Hey, hey, y'all come on in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and just let people come in. Um, and I'll speak then. So, okay, I'm Coach Nye, and so this platform is all about motivating and becoming a better version of yourself, and that's what I teach you. Um, I also am the author of Trinity Walk to Self Love. If you haven't got your copy, get your copy. It's on Barnes and Nobles, Walmart, and Amazon website. You can get it there. But for the main thing, I usually don't come on every day unless I have a message, and so that's why I come on. Because my whole goal is to help people elevate. I am a life coach. I offer life coaching sessions as well. You have the link is in my bio. You can go there and check it out. So listen, so what we've been talking about mainly here is operating in our purpose, and I teach you how to tap into your higher self, right? A lot of people think it's a technique to it, and they think that to manifesting is like for the favor of witchcraft or something, or it takes a ton of this, that, and the third to get to, and it's not. What it is basically taking your thoughts and your intentions and your thought and making them your reality. So you guys come on in. So with all that, a lot of people, they charge you, they get you these ebooks, they have all the different things, they have the jars, the candles, they have all these things that you can use just to get you out your money, and then you're still stuck in the place of desperation, because in order to get to a point that you're asking people, how can I get this, that means that you're in a state of desperation. That means that you need a thing to be a thing, right? But what no one really tell you is how to tap into that thing, and that thing is within you, right? They make it seem like it's so special. They post these pictures of themselves doing these amazing things and being in these amazing places and traveling and having all this money. But in the background of the reality of it is that is all made up. Now, that is when I tell you about the fake it till you make it, right? The fake it till you make it, the fake it till you make it. You'll do whatever it takes to look like a thing, but you'll never become a thing because you have not allowed yourself to believe that it is a thing, right? You've allowed yourself to know that, and this is what you process mentally was, I'm going to fake it till I make it. I don't have it, so I'm going to pretend. And that's what you process. Those are your intentions, and that's what's going to happen in your life. But what if you process exactly what it is, right? In my mind, I mentally process that this is what I want. It's kind of like they say the 369 or write it down or this, that. No, it's just speaking it out, speaking it. Once you speak it out, once you process it as a thing that this is what you want, then you start to live in that thing. It's a difference between fake it till you make it, because of the fact fake it till you make it, you're never going to believe that is a thing. You've already processed and you believe that I'm just going to be fake, your true unauthentic self. But if I was to say this is what I want, and this is what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to show you things. It's not all about me saying this is what I want and this is how I want it and voila, it's going to happen. No, it's so much more to the manifestation than people think. One, you have to be well balanced. You have to be well balanced. Everybody think that they could just go and write down in a journal and say all these things. I'm just being real with you. If you don't want real, then go find you an ebook somewhere that's going to tell you how to get rich quick. I'm telling you from experience, from my testimony. What I had to learn to do is go within and balance. What does that mean, Coach? Now, that means that I had to go and do some healing. What kind of healing do you mean? Well, the healing that caused me to think a thing and believe that I can't attract it. Meaning that, okay, I always use $1 million because everybody always talking about some money. See, I don't attract money. I'm going to do it from what I do. I ask for good energy. Bless my energy. Give me good energy. And the reason why I ask that, and then I tap in to find out where is the bad energy. Now, I don't say negative. I don't like to say negative and positive, because with negative, as I teach you guys, negative, you already give a feeling to it. You already create an emotion to that word. For me, I use desirable, undesirable. So I don't go in with it. I need to know, God, where is the undesirable in my life at right now? Where is it that I'm not happy? Or when I feel it's a blockage, where is that thing at? And I'm going to go heal it. Well, let's talk about one. Let's talk about family, right? And I use that because this is just a good example. This is a good example because those are the people that's closest to us. So those are the ones that when you show up, they're so quick to hurry up and find the something wrong with you. The ones that's closest to you, it doesn't matter if you're writing a book, if it doesn't matter if you're working, it doesn't matter whatever you got going on, they find the bad in it. They find the what's wrong in it. They point out the, oh, your hair, oh, your wig showing, oh, your track showing. Oh, they hurry up and find things about you or what's going, hey, Black Progress, things that's going on about you, and they so quick to say that before they give a compliment or say, hey, baby, how you been? I love you. Before they say the word I love you, they already go ahead and project hate. I hate. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. And what do we process? We bring that in, and then that right there kills the joy of whatever we had. See, when you show up and you just got your hair done, you got it laid, and as soon as you show up to a place, the first thing they point out is, who did your hair? Or they shouldn't have did it like this. Or they shouldn't have did it like... Now, you ain't seen these people in a while. And then when you see them, the first thing they want to point out is everything that's wrong with you. And you talking about they just negative people. That's just how they are. No, the enemy will always meet you at the front door. Whenever you think that you're about to take your light somewhere where he dwells, he's going to meet you at the front door, and he's going to knock down all of that. So back to the manifesting. I said all of that to get you into the mindset of everything that needs to heal. So what happens when those negative people or those undesirable people come into your life and do those things to you and put you in a place? What they do is knock you down, and they cause self-conscious. They cause self-consciousness. They cause low self-esteem. They cause all these things, and it causes hurt within you. That's that energy that I'm saying, God, help me heal. Find where the bad energy is that's within me that I'm connected to, and help me heal that. Because in order to manifest anything, you have to manifest from a clean space, right? Which is a mental clean space, which is good energy. I cannot go in and manifest, I want $1 million and I'm frustrated. Somebody just frustrated me, and you think that I'm supposed to go and try and manifest something good with the negative mindset? A negative plus a positive will always equal a negative. My result is going to be negative. My result then turns into, I'm already upset. I don't feel good. God, I need some money. Why do you need money? Because I got to pay these bills. And you allow those bills to cause you frustration, anger, and anxiety. Guess what you're going to manifest? More bills. Because what you're telling the universe, what you're telling God, what you're telling the spirit, what you're saying is, hey, I do well in mess. Send me mess. That's what I want to attract. You're only going to attract what you put out. If I put out frustration, I'm going to attract frustration. Let me explain you this. When I get frustrated, so I'll give you a true story right now that's been going on in my life. Signing my son up for college, getting him set up for college. Well, I already know that was already going to take me to a whole nother level of frustration. I know my mental capacity. I have a million things going on in my life. I got this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. I got all these things going on in my life. So I knew that I could not add that to my table. Now, granted, his father and I are divorced, so I reach out and I say, hey, here's everything you need. I need you to make sure he's signed up. This is the only job. You only got one job. And he managed to fail that job. So what's been happening is I've been frustrated signing my son up for school, because it's like every time it's a loop. All he did was go on there and do the application. I need you to go through the full steps. I need you to make sure that it's submitted. Make sure his transcript. Make sure everything that he needs. I need him to be all the way set. See, I didn't want to have to do any of that, because I know what's on my plate, and I know my capacity, and I know my limit to how much I can take. That's because I healed. So in order for that, so now I'm frustrated. So now what am I going to attract? More frustration. So now I'm frustrated. Like I asked him to do one thing. I just needed some help with this. I never asked him the entire time that they've been in school. I never said, can you da, 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 da. Nothing. This is the first time I asked you to do something. And he can't even do it. I could have did it myself. Do you see how the frustration is coming? I'm opening up the door. And when I open up the door, guess what? Now they're saying, I need this. I just turned that paperwork in. Well, we need another set. Okay. Now I'm opening up the more because I'm like, I can't take this. I'm frustrated. Now I'll go to school. Now I'm frustrated again. You see, until I had to sit back because I'm healed and healing. I realized what the problem was. The problem is me. I'm manifesting this. I've manifested for more frustration to come on. I've already got it set in my mind, the intentions. I already got it set in my mind of what's going to happen. I already got it set on thank you for the follow. I already got it set on how it's going to be. I asked you guys like, share, and follow. Thank you so much. And so that's what I'm creating until I had to pull over and say, you know what? I already know what's going on. All right, enemy, you got me. You got me. It's cool. So this is going to be a process that I don't like. I don't want no parts of it. Yes, I asked for help because they always say ask for help. But when you ask for help, it's like you should have did it yourself, right? So, okay, cool. I see how this goes. Okay, yeah, I can sit and say here, he probably did it on purpose. Or he probably didn't know or whatever. It doesn't matter. Let me step back and say this. Let's be truthful about this. It has to get done. This is my son. No matter who else co-parent, this is my job as his mother to make sure he's successful. This is only going to last for a moment. So what I'm going to do is take everything that's coming to me. See, become an alchemist. Take everything that is coming to me and alchemize it. Everything that's coming to me that is causing me frustration, what I'm about to do is transmute it. I'm about to make it all desirable. Because in these undesirable moments and all these things that's happening to me, I'm going to make it desirable. Meaning that I'm up for the challenge. Let's rock. Okay, you said that I need to go here. I'm not going to, how do you say it? I'm not going to assume what needs to be done. I'm not going to try and predict what needs to be done. I'm going to let it come as it comes. So, okay, fine. You said I need this paperwork. I'm not going to go the 20 extra steps that I think that I should do. And it should be good. Be the overachiever, because being the overachiever gets you places of frustrated, right? So what I'm going to do is say, okay, you need this paperwork. I'm going to give you that paperwork. There is a chance that they may come back to me and say, well, we need this. And there is a chance that they may say, okay, you're good. I'm just going to stay right here neutral and be ready to rock left or right. Because if you're ready to rock, I'm ready to roll. So, okay, fine. Because that's how the enemy will come in and ruin my space. You have to take control of your emotions. So therefore you can manifest from a good, proper, peaceful place. You cannot manifest from a frustrated, upset, irritated, confused mindset. You can't. It's impossible. What you'll manifest, it's impossible to manifest great, good intentions from those places. So you have to clear your energy. That's the importance. So when I go and I'm like, God, just give me good energy, meaning that if my energy is good, I'm going to receive everything because I become a magnet. Everything is going to attract itself to me. I'm going to attract it all, whether it's desirable, undesirable. That's why I don't get frustrated, because if I get frustrated about, I was just having a good day and then this happened, I have to remind myself, hey, coach, hey, pipe down, chill out, relax. Remember, you're in your most abundant, attractive season. You're manifesting from a place of attractiveness. So you're going to attract those things. So I have to remember and say, okay, that those things are going to come. Because the enemy will always do what? As we speak, he will always do his job. He will always do his job. In the mix of everything, hey, Cindy, in the mix of everything, the enemy is going to do his job. No matter how I feel, if I'm frustrated, I done been beat up enough. Come on now. Thank you so much, Eric. I've been beat up enough. You think the enemy going to say, well, let's give a break today? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The enemy is going to say, yes, let's see her sweat some more. Matter of fact, let's antagonize her. Let's keep picking at her. Let's keep doing little things. Let's keep... No. See, when you're healed and healing, you understand that, hey, Lawrence, what's up? Hey, Coach Nine, you know you're attracting this, right? I'm in my most abundant era in my life. So therefore, my whole aura, it just screams love, peace, joy, happiness. Why wouldn't the enemy come? Why wouldn't the enemy come? I am attracting good energy. Along with good energy, guess who's going to come? He's going to come. And I'm going to say, all right, cool. Am I going to let you take me down or not? Well, I'm not going to let you take me down. I'm about to get busy. I got stuff to do. You know what else I got to do? I got to go ahead. I'm not just to waste my time. Listen, let me explain something to y'all again. When they say stomp on the enemy's head, you just got to, that's right. Stoney, you've been in this live a long time, standing your purpose. Yes, I'm not just to sit here. Y'all, pray the enemy away. Do this, that, and other. Stomp on the enemy's head. Do the blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing all that. Do you know how much time I'm taking away from doing what I'm supposed to be doing to focus on somebody that's he's going to work regardless if we praising him or not praising him. The enemy is going to do his job. How I defeat him is by keep doing my job. Yeah, I know you there. Yeah, I know you coming. Yeah, I know you got this. Let me go ahead. I'm not just to take time out my busy schedule to turn around. I rebuke you. Get you away from me. Because guess what? He's coming back. That's the part that they don't tell you in church, and the pastor just say, rebuke it, send it away. He's coming back. Because this is his job. So how about instead of getting so caught up in his job, you let him do his job, and you go and you do your job, which is you stay prayed up, which is you focus on your purpose, which is you find out what it is, God, what is it in this moment that you need me to do or learn in this moment? Because yeah, he's here, he's doing what he needs to do, but what is it that you need me to do? What is it that you're trying to manifest? Of course, once you become an alchemist, of course, once you understand what the power lies within you, of course, the enemy is going to do everything to come in and knock that down and come in and mess it all up. You know why? Because if you ever got hold to the power that's in you, if you ever wish to manifest, you get to see your manifestation unfold right in front of you, and you become a strong believer in who God is and where he is housed, which is in you, then oh boy, he got a problem. He got a problem. So of course they're going to come. So as I say, when you manifest, yes, understand it now. As you manifest, right, you have to clear your space, clear your mind. Clear your space, clean your space. I'm not going to be on here long because I'm back in business now. I got a million things that I'm about to start back up. You know, I took last week off because my cousin was here. He's still here. He leaves tomorrow. But still, I got to get back on track. So I'm in writing books. I am over here writing programs. I am over here doing a lot of stuff. So, but listen. So I say you got to clean your energy. When you clean your energy, one of the main things is checking your emotions. So today I was working on a chapter in my book, and I was like, you know what, maybe I don't like to give people, thank you, Nye. I don't like to give people too much of what I got going on. I'm an open book, so I'll tell you. But if you think that I done told you everything about me, then that is a sad situation for you. Oh, excuse me. But when I'm working on something, I don't really let people read. I have to really trust you to let you read my manuscript, let you read the draft and see the draft. Because as I told you, when you show up with something good, the enemy does not matter. It's the people that's the closest to you will show up with the first thing is find the wrong. Find the bad. They didn't hear nothing about, hey, I didn't edit this. I didn't do this. I'm just want you to see what I got going on. The first thing they do is red pen. Like I'm going to say, oh, I thank God for you. No, I just move you out the circle of the person that I'm going to have ever help me with anything again. Period. Those are the people that you have to remove out of your life. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. So when you're moving and when you start elevating, when you start creating, you can't have those people in your life. People like to say, well, you don't like honest people. You just want yes men's and yes sirs around you. That's not the case. What I'm telling you is you cannot manifest good things from a place of people coming into your life to hurry up and find the wrong in it. I don't need you to find the wrong in it. That's God's job. Your job is to watch me work. Either one, get on board to help me or 2, get out. Period. It's nothing. It ain't no in between. It ain't no sit them off to the sideline. You either in on the project with me or you're out. Period. So as I come up and I start with my study group, I'm going to reach out to people, and I'm going to reach out to people that is understanding the mission, not the fact of you're not my publisher and you're not my editor. What you are, my friend, is a person that's going to make sure that, hey, will this help you? Will this help you? And will this help you? Now, in your age group, how do you process this? In your age group, mature age group, in your younger age group, how do we process this? Come up with questions together, brainstorm together. See, that's in the project or out of the project. Period. It ain't no what it should say. I ain't worrying about what it should say, because that is the conversation me, the publisher, and the editor will have a conversation on that. Your job is to. And that's where you have to understand. When you meet people and they meet you with the, well, out. Out. Because the people that show up are the ones that show up with everything a let me find the wrong has never been rooting for you from the beginning. They have been looking for the wrong in you since they met you. And the reason why they're looking for the wrong in you since they met you is because it was something in them that made them feel like they either can't compare to you or that you're better than them. So guess what? Out. That is how you clean up your space. Now, checking your emotions. Once you start removing people out of your life and understanding that you serve no purpose in my life. Thank you so much. What up, TNT? Y'all go ahead and go to her page. And she's a digital income mentor. Listen, her personality is off the chain. So you guys, and she got a lot of stuff over there. It's gonna make you spend some money. So y'all go over there, show us some love, give our hearts and everything. Hey, boo. But yes, so in the mix of all of that, when you decide to try and find the better version of you and to do better, and see, this is another class that I'm in, which is counseling. In counseling right now, I'm learning to, because I life coach, right? I got my certification in that. But what I wanted to do is learn how to person counsel. Now, a lot of people think counseling and life coaching is kind of the same. It's totally not the same, because coaching has nothing to do with me motivating you. It has nothing to do with me trying to help guide you this way or guide you that way. It is basically all the counseling that I'm going to be giving you has nothing to do with life coaching, but it has everything with helping you find an alternate point of view. Okay? So in that, this is why I feel I want to do more. I could just stop here. I want to make sure that I'm so educated in different areas of this wellness, so therefore I can meet you where you are. I don't want to just be here just teaching and you coming along and saying, well, it sounds good. No, baby, it is good. I'm here for the better good of you. I'm not here for the better good of me. So when I say in this part, when you start manifesting your new life or what it is that you want, okay, in counseling and relationship too, that's what I'm talking about, destiny. But listen, so when you get to that point and you want to manifest, your new life, you have to go with the intentions. What is it that you want? You have to go. And the first step that I always tell people, you heal. You got to heal. Well, what do you mean by heal? Matter of fact, before I forget, listen, if you have not got my book is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart website. Go ahead and get it. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. And in this book is more of a journal. And I ask you a couple of questions so you can help guide you into finding the better you, to heal you, right? So this workbook that I'm working on is, helping you be self-aware of you and to work on that 12-week program. I'm also doing, listen, let me toot my horn a little bit because I forget to advertise myself. I'm also doing a workout program. Today is day 1 of my training of my own workout. So I'm going to have before pictures and after pictures of right now. And then you're going to see, hey, boo, you're going to see me 90 days from now, and you're going to see it, and it's going to be on the website. So you guys watch out. Everything that I do, I make sure that I am a part of it, okay? So back to manifesting. I forget to put my own self out there. So go go to my website. The link is in the bio. So listen. So you want to manifest. We're going to get to the example. You want to manifest. Well, how do I manifest? Ain't nothing working in it. And we talked about you manifesting from an undesirable spot, meaning you went into asking for a thing from God, universe. You asking for a thing, right? And the reason why you asking for a thing because you don't have. So we use paying bills as an example. So I need money so I can pay bills, and you're so frustrated, and guess what happens? You like, I ain't got the money, I ain't got this, but you got frustration. And guess what you just manifest? Guess what you just told them that you're good at handling, because God is not going to give you nothing that you're not good at handling. But guess what you told him? You said, I'm good at handling frustration. Guess what hits the door? A new bill, an unexpected bill. And you just like, I can't even. Now you're frustrated again. So we fast forward. So now, how do you heal? I want you to learn how to check your emotions. We talk a lot about checking your emotions here. And the reason why we talk about that is because people don't understand it. A lot of you grew up knowing two emotions. Two emotions. To every feeling that you have, you got two emotions. I'm angry. You're mad. I'm sad. You're mad. I'm hurt. You're mad. I'm confused. You're mad. I'm in love. You're mad. You understand? You only knew two emotional categories to put this thing in because you came from an unintelligent emotional family, meaning the generational curse. The generational curse of nothing ever goes right for me. Nobody's ever going to love me. Baby, you better take what you can get. That man got a job. Yeah, but at least he knocking your head between the walls and the dryer. Yeah, but he cheating on me. Yeah, but at least he knocking your head between the walls and the dryer. Yeah, but he beating on me. Well, he paying all the bills. See, we came from a place of that. That is generational curse. So I wrote here, emotions are conscious mental reactions which cause us to act out our feelings. See, I told you that I'm writing right now and I'm working on the workbook. So I'm giving y'all pieces of what this workbook is going to be talking about. So we talk about in one of the chapters is going to be talked about of checking your emotions, right? So emotions are conscious mental reactions which cause us to act out our feelings. Our feelings. So now I'm mad. Because here's the thing, I'm in love. I'm mad. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Because we only know those two, happy or mad. That's it. Or angry, right? So let's go happy and angry. So I won the lottery. I'm happy. I had to pay tithes. I'm mad. I had to go here. I'm mad. I had to get this. Well, I'm kind of in between. So if I'm in between, that means that I'm not happy. So I'm mad. So now I'm sitting here. Okay. You in love and you mad. What you mad for? Well, because love hurt. Well, who told you that? How do you know love hurt if you've never been in love? Oh, when I was with this person, I was with them, I did everything for them. But who said that was love? This is how you trace back to the root of everything. What in your mind said that is love? Well, because my daddy used to treat my mom like that. And so you register that as love. Now, we don't even want to go with the Webster Dictionary level. We don't want to go with the five love languages of love. We don't want to go with all of any of those. What I want to go with is just point blank, period. Love, people act out of love, generational curses, because they were taught that this is what love is. So, what if I told you that agape love that they talk about only is for God, nobody else? That's the only kind of love he can give, nobody else. And the reason why they told you is because if the enemy ever had you to the point to think that you can love like that or you can love yourself like that, then you will possibly tap into the powers that's within you and start operating in your purpose. Did I say that? Oh my. Yes. Agape love is just not of God. That is all. That is it. That is all. That is it. That's the only love that's there. Period. God is love. It is a gift. There is no other loves. We created those loves to make us feel better self-consciously in our mind and in our reality so we don't feel like a bad person. So we create all these other loves. I love you like a friend. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I love you if you do something for me, conditional. I love you unconditionally, but unconditional love that I know mean that, oh, I'm going to love you even though you stole from me. I'm never going to forgive you. I'm never going to get over that, but I still love you because we family. You do not love them. You hate them. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. If you do not love something, it is the opposite. There is no in between. Either you love or you hate. There is no in between. There is no maybe love. There is no possible love. There is no nothing. We all read Ephesians and Galatians and Corinthians and we hear about the different loves, but have you ever really went in first 1 John and read what love is? He breaks it all the way down to what love really is and what is meant by love. If you want to read it, I'm just saying you can't pick and choose when you want to read it. You can't pick and choose what love you want to pick. It's one love and that's just it. So if the enemy told me that, hey, don't worry about it, the only person that's sinless is God, and I talk about sinning less and sinless in this book, is Jesus himself. He was the only one. And this, that, and the third. You know why that was said? Because it made us feel better in our self-conscious, in our conscience, right? Within our surroundings, within our environment. It made us feel better as a person so we can say, oh, we only human, so we gonna sin. It made us feel better to do things and say, okay, but what if we all operated in love, there is no way sin can creep in. Period. It can't creep in. How can it creep in? How can something that's not allowed get in? You have to invite it in. And how do you invite it in? By saying, well, it's different loves out there. The only person that ain't seeing was, I'm sorry, guys. I give y'all the dumbest voices. I just give y'all one day I'm going to sound intelligent when I'm marking y'all. But I'm just saying. The point that I'm trying to get to is, thank you. The point that I'm trying to get to is the love is what it is. It's only one love, period. And if you start operating in your higher self, then it'll help you balance here. So if you check your emotions back to love, now I got a full understanding of love because I had to heal that. I had to heal that. Where did I get that mindset from? Where did it come from? Where did this? And what if I told you everything that you saw with your own eyes is what you processed in your mind, and what you processed in your mind was a lie that you've been living all these years? That's all of us. That is all of us. That is all of us. Let me go ahead and do this. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't do any nonsense at all. Not even a little bit. But so threw me all the way off. I just don't do nonsense. It's all about me helping you guys learn how to heal and become the better version of yourself. So now I understand what real love is. Now I can process the truth. So when I process the truth, then that becomes my reality. Meaning that I'm not worrying about love hurting me because I'm not going to let the enemy in to hurt me. Do you understand? You can't allow the enemy in to hurt you. So what does that mean? When you start to heal and become the better version of yourself, this is what you do. You, I don't know why I'm getting all these, I'm getting trolled today now. I really am. But when you start operating in a better version of yourself, you're going to want to heal and what you're going to process. So now I'm going to attach the right feeling into that. So, with those feelings, now I won't say, oh, I hate love, don't love me, and, different things. I won't do that anymore. What I'll do is, okay, is this love or is it not love? I don't have an in-between. There is no in-between. Either you love me or you hate me. There is no in-between. And it does not mean everybody think hate is like this strong word of the worst of the worst. That's not what it means. Hate basically meaning that you don't have the love for the things that I have. There is no in between of this thing. So if I like red, you know, I can't allow you to come in and call out, well, red is stupid and this, and that, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah because of me. No, I recognize you as a person that needs to be healed, and I do not bring on undesirable, hateful things into my life. It does not mean that you are a bad person. It's just that you don't fit into my life because I am healed and healing. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So now you're going to attach the right emotions to the right feelings. So if you're sad, the emotion is go ahead and cry. Go ahead. It's not going to hurt you to cry. See, now you have to go, why don't you cry? When they say, I ain't never seen you cry. You know why you never seen that person cry? Let's trace it back to their childhood, because somebody somewhere made that person feel that being emotional or crying was a bad thing, was weak, was looked down upon. Thank you for the follow. What made that person feel a type of way about releasing tears. That is said in Jeremiah. I believe it's Jeremiah 9, 8 or 9. But it talks about women teaching their daughters how to weep. And everyone thinks that it's just crying tears. No, weeping is more than that. Weeping is a prayer. Weeping is a whole conversation. Weeping is pretty much talking in tongues, that everybody keep talking about talking in tongues, meaning that only God, you and God, understand what's going on, and he already know, all right, time for me to work. That means that you're interceding for someone. That's what weeping mean. That means that it's coming from your heart. See, a lot of us cry. It's not coming from our heart. It's just crying because my feelings hurt. I'm a spoiled brat, or, I didn't get my way, so I'm going to cry. But a lot of us, if you understand what weeping is, it comes from the heart. So that means that God is listening. What is it? Oh, that you hurting. They did what? Who said what? Don't worry about it. And when God say don't worry about it, that means judgment has been called. Judgment has been called. Anyway, so you put the right feelings to it. If you're mad, okay, you're mad. That doesn't mean that you're angry. So that's what we talk about with understanding what you feel. And that's what we talk about in that book. So that's something that I teach, right? Thank you for the follow. Hold on. So getting to the true root of your feelings, getting to the true root, as I told you guys, when you trace it back, why did you have that emotion and that feeling? Why do you feel that way? Sometimes it's going to open up wounds that you're just not ready for. Sometimes, see, that's the part of counseling and therapy and different things. That's what you need to learn. That's what you need to understand. And with that is understanding that, hey, these are wounds that a life coach can't help me with. These are wounds that a counselor can't help me with. These are wounds that I need a licensed therapist. And that's when you take your pride and your ego out and you go get the help that is necessary. But a good life coach or a counselor will identify those things for you and refer you off to someone that can help you. I'm never going to try to unravel something that I'm not licensed to unravel, because what people do is they go in with the ego and the pride of, I'm going to help you, and this is my job, and I'm going to do that. And what you did is cause further damage. And in that further damage, you didn't solve anything, but what you did was created more problems. And then you leave that client where they are, or that person where they are, and they're sitting around trying to figure it all out. That's why I say licensed therapist, licensed psychiatrist. So therefore, they're there with you to help coach you through the things that you're going through. As you're going through that, because I have a client now that actually has a therapist. She has a therapist, but I'm still her life coach, which that means I am here to motivate her. I am here to make sure that she stays the course. I am her biggest fan. I am the one that's going to help her organize her thoughts and ideas, not give them to her, not tell her what to do. But the job of her therapist is to help her unravel those wounds that's been hidden for all these years. Do never sit around and think that you're too good for therapy. Never sit around and think that you're too good to ask for help. See, people that always say, ask me for help and I'll be there. And I talk about that in my book. If y'all haven't got it, it is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble website. It is on there. What happens is, You have to have, and I call it a nigh buddy. A nigh buddy is that one that's going to hold you accountable, that is going to push you all the way, keep you right where you are, make sure that you are staying the course, because this is what you came up with. This is what you felt would make you better. So therefore, my job, you have to always have a nigh buddy. A nigh buddy is me, Coach Nye. I have a nigh buddy. Matter of fact, her name Nye, Naisha, Nicole. She on here. Y'all go ahead and follow her. Yes. That keeps me on track, right? You have to have that when you're healing in anything in your life. And healing is just not a once and done. I'm kind of getting off the topic of the emotional check, because we kind of got that already. We already understanding it now, right? So identifying your feelings, and we'll talk back about that. Acknowledging your feelings, applying the what, when, where, why, and how, properly registering your feelings, and checking your emotions. And that is all under one. But healing is never a once and done. You can heal forever. My only thing to you guys, if you're still healing the same thing, you might be the problem. But it ain't none of my business, right? Because it has to come a point in time that you realize that, hey, let me explain something to you. When I say follow the love, following the love, meaning that if it don't love you, let it go. What do you mean, Coach? Are you giving 100%? Is that person giving 100%? No. Well, they get like 92. No. 100%. A relationship is not 50-50. I don't believe in that meeting halfway. I believe that you come already whole, and I'm going to come already whole. See, when you come into a relationship half and they come half and y'all meeting halfway, now y'all gonna have a half of a hell of a relationship, because both of y'all are steady trying to find everything wrong in that person, everything wrong in that person, and what you're projecting on that person is everything you feel within you, and the same thing with that person. But if you both come healed, understanding who you are and operating in your purpose, you can't go wrong. It's impossible. Because my expectations of you is not, I want a man that's going to do this. I want a man that's going to do blah, blah, blah. And I need a man that's going to do this. And I need a man that's going to do this. Well, I need to go build me a man. When you heal, you don't worry about you needing a man for this, that, and the third. All you worrying about is doing you. What up, Pop Hood? All you worrying about is doing you. Focusing on you. See, when they come, you're not worrying about finding the wrong in them. You worrying about, hey, I'm over here trying to put a whole carburetor together. Y'all know I just be saying stuff. I'm over here trying to put this engine together. What you worrying about is he going to be able to help you? Because helpmate. Now, a lot of people look at that helpmate thing. A woman's supposed to be a helpmate to a man. Yeah. Right. And he's supposed to be a helpmate to us. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if came from your rib, right? God created me whole. He took me from you. Created me whole to come help you. What I'm supposed to get out the deal? Did all day I just ran around helping you do stuff, you making decisions? You obviously couldn't make good decisions because God had to create a woman to keep you company because you was too bored over here. You was over here playing with your private area, just throwing it up in there and doing everything else and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Obviously, it needed to be more something that needed to be done. It was a job that needed to be done and you couldn't get it done. God created us to help you, right? As a helpmate. But at the same time, guess what that woman is doing? While she was created to be a helpmate, here it is. Now he's out there. Let him go fishing. Let him go doing this. Let him go doing that. I'm over here cooking. I'm leaning on you to go catch the fish. You leaning on me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh, well, be submissive. A lot of people that don't understand. No, a lot of narcissistic people. A lot of narcissistic people look at being submissive, look at being a helpmate only to help themselves. It's all about them and nobody else. They can care about anybody. They don't care nothing about nobody else. Everything, their needs has to be met. So now, right? So now I'm here to help. Now we're here working together. So come to the relationship already 100% you, meaning that the 100% you healed mean that you know who you are. You know what your purpose is. You're not still trying to figure out who you are. You're not still out here talking about some Man, I'm just trying to still find me. Or I don't know what else want to do in life. I'm trying to find me. Well, go find you. Just don't come over here ready to be in a relationship, because my job is not to heal you. My job is not to get you whole. My job is to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Just like I tell you guys in the book of Ruth. Ruth was doing her job. She was doing a job. She went out there worrying about, am I going to get another husband? She was out there providing. A lot of people think like, oh, well, she was doing. No. She was a provider. And I teach you guys this all the time. She was a provider. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the follows. She was providing. Naomi, she could have sent Naomi old tail on back to her family like, hey, go find yourself. Naomi was already part of the bloodline of owning the land. Boaz just had to get the cousins to not want it, so he can take ownership of it, which got him Ruth. But however, that's another story. But what she know is to be a helpmate, a provider. Her husband died. And what did she do? She took on the role of her husband. Remember, she came from his rib, took on the role of her husband, and she took care of her mother-in-law. And she wasn't like, oh girl. Girl was like, no, I'm going back to my daddy's house. My daddy's giving me princess treatment. You know, my husband's dad. I got to go. My daddy got me. Like so many of us would have done. But she stood in her purpose and in her power, and she provided. And when she provided, that's when you're minding your business, doing what you're supposed to do, God will provide you everything that you need. The rest is, you read the book of Ruth, and then you'll see how it all went. But at the end of it all, when you're operating in your purpose, she was already whole. She was whole already. She wasn't looking for somebody to make her, even though she lost her husband, she wasn't looking for someone to make her whole. She was out there doing her job. And I'm assuming with the mindset of, I don't need a man. God will bless me with one, like so many of us, like me. I don't need a man to be running around here doing this, that, and the third for me, but I want God to bless me with one. Bless me with one that's going to help me, meaning that I don't need a man for show. I don't need a man to say I got a man. I don't need a man to be sitting around with soft hands. We talk about that a lot when they get them soft, cute hands and they be sitting there, and I'm outside in the yard because I'm a yard girl. I go out there, whatever I'm doing, and you sitting in the house. When I come home, what you massaging my back? Oh, that's cute. Don't touch me. No. What you need is a helper. You guys supposed to be a helper. When you guys are operating in your purpose and you guys are healed, you go within. Now it's things in him. When you become one, it's things in him and it's things in her that still need to be protected and healed. And that's what your job is. But for the most part, they're already operating in their purpose. I'm already operating in my purpose. So I can sit and dwell, but then what is that going to cause? It's going to cause me to start manifesting from a frustrated mindset, meaning that I'm going to manifest the things in my life that I set my mind to. So if I set my mind to, I just want a man, guess what? Every man, everywhere I go is going to pop up. Every man, everywhere I turn around, they're just going to pop up and they're going to say, hey, me, you, us, no. So I want to make sure that I'm manifesting from a place of knowing who I am. So now I'm operating in my purpose. So yes, I'm going to attract what is my purpose. What is my purpose? He's going to match my purpose because it's a divine connection. Do you understand? So in those times and in that place, you have to learn. How do we go back? How we get back there? We're going to get back to the manifestation. So how do you manifest, Coach Nye? And if you just joining, I am so sorry you missed it. But if you haven't got my book, it is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Walmart, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon website. This is not going to teach you how to manifest. Do not go buy those ebooks of trying to go manifest. Do not go listening to somebody's podcast and they talking about pay me this much money. I'm going to teach you the how, and pay me this and this, that, and the third. Yeah. And this, that, and the third, no. Manifesting is within you. It's nobody can do it for you. Stop going to people talking about, can you pray for me? No, it's in you. You pray for the things that you want. You want that, you pray for it. You operate on it. You want that, go get that. How do you go get that? You go within. Everything you need is within you. The power is within you. God is within you. Jesus told us that the kingdom of God lives within us. So why am I going somewhere else telling somebody to pray for something that I can manifest? But you can't manifest if you don't know how. Thank you for the follow. You don't know how. Well, I asked God, they say like a mustard seed, right? So the example that I give of the mustard seed, if you've been following me for a while, you understand that when I say having faith as small as a mustard seed, a lot of people's like, oh, well, I prayed and I asked for it and this, that, and the third. Well, let me explain to you. The having faith as small as a mustard seed. See, with a mustard seed, what it's saying is ask for it and go as if it already has happened or is going to happen, right? The mustard seed. So if I get the mustard seed and I do nothing with the mustard seed, nothing will come of the mustard seed. But if I get the mustard seed, right, and I put water to it, something's going to happen. However, if I get the mustard seed, I plant it and I water it and I keep going back, digging in it, looking at it, checking on it, trying to see if it's sprouted, this, that, and the third, I'm going to disrupt the whole process, which can manipulate how that seed grows. What I'm trying to get to, in that seed, it is already determined what it is going to be. I can't tell it how to get here, when to spurt, how tall to grow, how much it should weigh, how much mustard should be, how much that. I can't do that. All I can do is allow what's already in that seed to do what it needs to do, because it's already destined to be what it's going to be. It is already destined to be 10 foot tall. It is already destined to be weigh 500 pounds. It is already destined to produce this. It's already destined to have so many trees. It's already destined to have these things. So when they say pray until something happens, that's kind of like constantly digging up the mustard seed to see. Now you want to manipulate, because every time that you go into prayer, see, you got to think about when you're going into prayer with a mindset of frustration, a mindset of I need, a mindset of disbelief, then you manipulate the prayer every time, because it goes from God, I need this, to God, if you just do this, to God, I do this if you do that, to more of a, okay, God, let's quit pro quo. Do you understand? You can't manipulate how things are supposed to happen. You pray for a thing and you ask God for a thing, then that is the mustard seed. Now you walk away and go live it as if it has already been done. Period. Period. So when you're looking at something to happen in a manifestation, this is what you say. First, back to the basics, clear your mindset. Oh, hey, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. This is more of a journal, and as you go on your self-love journey. So, listen, if you want something, you have to go cleanse your space. It doesn't mean that, oh, well, that means I'm going to meditate and I'm a whoo-sa. No, it's so much deeper than that. I teach meditation classes. It is so much deeper than that. It is more so, okay, you go in and clear your mindset, right? So let's try this. Let's try this. Let me tell you, because this is what most of y'all think. Because y'all think y'all got to you know. No. You think you got to sit crisscross applesauce. You think you got to lay. You think you got to do all these things. No. Meditation is a state of being. Is a state of being. Meaning that whatever I put my state in, I'm sitting up right now. So now here I am. I breathe in. I breathe out. Do you even know what the breathing is for? You know, a good book for Hey, Lovely 47, inbox me that question, and then I'm going to send you some great books for fasting. Okay? Inbox me, DM me, and then I'll respond to it after this. But okay, the breathing, everyone is like, well, you know, you got to breathe in, you got to breathe out, you got to breathe in your nose, blow out your mouth, breathe in your nose, blow out your mouth. Well, you're trying to, this is the easiest way I can explain it to you. The breathing is giving you something to concentrate on. The breathing pretty much is to get you focused on something to concentrate on versus the whole movie scenery that you got going on up here. That's what it is. So if I'm sitting here in my state of being, meaning that I am a being, I'm not talking about, I'm not in my human state. I'm in my being state. That means your spiritual state. That means that you're allowing yourself to be light. Thank you. You're allowing yourself to be light. You're allowing yourself to reality of where you are. I am in this chair. You're allowing yourself to be present. Present meaning that I'm disconnected from what I got to do in 10 minutes, what I got to get done tonight, how fast can I do this, blah, blah, blah. You're disconnecting from everything and you're getting into the present. And right now I'm sitting in this chair. There is no other person here. There is no other situation or anything that requires my attention in this moment outside of me being right here in this chair. That's how you start off your meditation. So now you're going to cleanse your mind. So you're going to breathe in. You're going to focus on your breathing. And then I talk about the vortex when, breathe in 8 seconds, blow out 8 seconds. Breathe in 7 seconds, blow out 7 seconds. That'll put you in an immediate meditative status. However, a lot of people think that, when they can't focus and they just quit. Well, that's the enemy. Because no one explained to you the other parts of meditation. Don't quit. Because if you train yourself, then you'll become better. But the other part of it is when you're sitting there quiet with yourself, this is you needing to understand that you've never been in a peaceful place. You've never been peaceful. Because if sitting in quietness make you feel like, man, is it 10 minutes yet? Is it 5 minutes yet? That means that it's a problem within you that you need to start balancing. That means that your whole surrounding has always been chaotic. That means that everything around you never been able to have a moment to yourself, not even as a child. You were always called to do something and do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. So in this state, instead of worrying about is it 10 minutes yet, because the 10 minutes go like that when you allow yourself and your mind to wander. When you meditated the most and the best is when you were a child, that childlike faith, when you were a child and you sat and you had your imagination just going. And you would lay there and play out the whole scenario in your head. And see, as a child, we had no boundaries. As a child, we allowed our imagination to go because that's where we were comfortable at, because that was our true, authentic self. We were able to be our true, authentic self when we were in that childlike mindset, when we were in our imagination. That's what Christ consciousness is about. That right there is what the meditation is supposed to get you to, that aura of your life, that part of your life of remembering who you are. That is when God can speak to you. That is when God show you exactly what it is you're supposed to do. That's when you get your most creative ideas. That's when all of a sudden after your healing, when you're starting, you're like, God, what is my purpose? That's when it starts coming back to you. And all of a sudden you start doing things that you said as a child, I wanted to be a writer. Look at me, I'm an author now. Somewhere along the line from when I was 5 to 44, let's go back to when I was 40, when I decided I'm going to go ahead and get myself together. So 42, I started writing my book. So somewhere between all of that, somebody made me feel that I was uncomfortable in my own skin, in my authentic self, because I lived a life of pleasing others and I was a people pleaser, meaning that I was broken. I was unconditionally loving people from a broken place. And because I was doing that, what I was doing and what I was saying is, I'm going to treat you how I always wanted to be treated. That is why we get mistreated by so many people, because they don't understand the love that we're giving out. It's unconditional, but it's coming from a place of hurt. We've been hurt, so we're loving people so hard, and we're loving them the way that we want to be loved because of the fact we never really got it. This is why you love me, and what you're doing is teaching people how to hurt you. That's why the people come and mistreat you. Or that's why they call you naive, gullible, or whatever the case may be. They call you all these things because they don't understand you. And since they don't understand you, they try and make you out to be like, hey, you crazy. You can't be in your right mind if you don't act like me. Everybody loves me. Look at me. All the women flock to me. All the men flock to me. So something got to be wrong with you because you're not flocking to me. You're actually pouring into me. So you crazy. See, it's something about, let's talk about it, those ones that God just chosen. They just, some earth angels are just out there. They're just there, and they don't know anything but love, because that's where they come from. God is love. God is the creator of love. So they go into this world, this material world that I call it, this matrix, right? And they come out, and what they do, they pour into you. They meet you one time and they pour into you more than you've ever been poured into your entire life. And you mistreat that person. You mistreat that person because why? You don't understand that person, because they're not showing love how you've been taught to show love. You see how we talked about that generational curse breaking, that generational curse of this is how love is. This is what I envisioned love is. And I processed of what that love was in my mind. And I processed it as truth when it was all, and I started living a lie. My life was a lie. It was very unauthentic, but you have those ones that's just good people. They don't know how to do anything but love. Some of them only know how to love because they've been hurt all their life. They were brought into this world to love unconditionally, to teach the world, to bring the world, to change the frequency, to teach people how to love. So in the beginning, yes, you get mistreated. Yes, people take advantage of you. Yes, they tear you down. But guess what? They always come back. And when they come back, see, because you're not healed and you're still loving unconditionally, you allow them back into your life. Does not mean that you're crazy. Does not mean that you're stupid, naive, or whatever it is. What it means is that you don't know and how to create boundaries. I teach you how to create boundaries in my book. Create boundaries. When you learn how to create boundaries, now you can love from an unconditional place with boundaries, meaning that and understanding what the word forgiveness is, because I get tired of everybody bringing up what the Bible say, the 77 times of forgive. That is for you, sweetheart, for you to forgive, so therefore you won't cause sin in your own heart. But that is not going to heal the situation. You forgive them. That does not mean come back and do it again. What that means is I forgive you because I don't want to hate you, because hating you will cause me sin. So what I'm going to do is forgive you. But what's about to happen though? You about to get boundaries. You're not allowed back in my space to try and siphon the love or energy vampire take from me or anything of that nature. Please stop asking to be invited. I do not invite anyone onto the live. This is a teaching session. So don't do that. What you're going to do is when people come into your life to try and once again, over and over and over and over, pull from you because they've been doing it before. They've been doing it all these years. Now you done messed around and healed. And what that look like? Now you done messed around and healed. Now they like, oh no, because it's something that sparks on the inside of them. Let me explain something to you. When you decide to heal and operate in your purpose, that means that you're allowing God, like, all right, God, you got my back. Go ahead, handle it. God is now, he's able to operate. See, he couldn't cause judgment. He could not get at that person. He could not handle the person the way that he needed to handle the person because you his baby girl, you're his baby boy. You are still in the way. And when he calls judgment, it's going to cause you to hurt. So he chooses to allow you to separate yourself. And if you don't separate yourself, he's going to separate you for him, or unless you want this punishment with him. Once he get that whooping, then you going to come out like, you know what, God, he got it. She got it. I'm on your side. Do you understand? God cannot handle and fight your battles if you still standing there trying to fight the battles yourself. Step out of it. Got nothing to do with you. Once you heal, you understand that everything in this world has nothing to do with you. Everything is about bringing him glory. Everything that you got going on in your life and that you do has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with God, bringing glory to his name, being the testimony to help someone else. That is it. That is all. You guys are being used in this state and in this time. The reason why you're being used as a testimony because he has to awaken a whole lot of people to therefore start operating in their Christ conscious, to start operating from a higher frequency of love. That is why a lot of times you are brought into people's lives to trigger them. And in the beginning, they may cuss you out, mistreat you, treat you real bad, this, that, and the other. What you have to understand, it has nothing to do with me, and you need to step away from it. God used you to trigger that person because his whole thing, before he comes back, everybody will know his name. He cannot come back until the frequency is on love. And when we call him in, from love, he'll show up. Period. So once you start healing, you realize, like I said, that it has nothing to do with you and it has everything to do with God. You will learn that, okay, I'm in your life. Yeah, you ain't gonna like me. You gonna mistreat me. Boy, girl, get out my face. Okay, you mad. You ain't mad at me. You mad at God. So everything that you saying to me, hey, that's on you, not me. I'm over here to the next one. God done sent you off. Listen, I got chills when I said it. I'm off to the next one because you understand that you are in alignment. You are operating in your purpose. Listen, we said it at the same time, Luzelle. As soon as I said alignment, you operate in alignment, it popped up. Listen, we are operating from a place of love. It is time to move. When he send you that way, when he send you left, baby, you better go left. Leave that. You did what you were supposed to do. That person didn't love you. The problem is we bring people into our lives, right? I think I got a filter on. Did the filter come on? Because it look like an eyebrow. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it doesn't even matter. When he bring people into your life, right, what's going to happen is we sit back and we like, oh, okay, she cute. He cute. Oh, they look good. Yeah. They look real good. I'm going to make them my man. Then when it don't work out, you getting your tail handed to you. Ain't nothing working out. It's like you done met the devil himself. Now you mad at God. Like, God, why? That's not what I sent you over there for, boo-boo. You chose that. That was your own free will. You chose to do that. I sent you over there to trigger this person because he needs to know who I am. Or she needs to know who I am. I need to teach her love because here's the thing. Yeah, they may have treated you bad, but that does not mean they're a bad person. They may have treated you bad because they've been treated bad all their life. That's why I, the Father, God, sent you over there to trigger them. So therefore, they can understand what love is. You're going to pour real love into them, and I'm going to teach them what real love is. And then now I got their attention so they can go out and they can raise the frequency. They can go fix it with their children. They can go fix the things that they need to fix. And then I can bring their spouse in. But see, you over here mad, wishing death on them, saying, putting curses on them, speaking ill of them, and this, that, and the third, when I only sent them into your life for that. You chose to categorize them as your man. That wasn't your man. Why would you want that as your man? Why would you want that as your woman? What is wrong with you? Who raised you? Can't be my child. So I know God be saying that half the time about all us. But so that's what you have to understand. You have to understand that you are on, I don't like using the word mission or assignment because think about that. Somebody come up to me, well, I'm on a mission and God, you my assignment. Bitch, hit him with the Nikki. Girl, she talking about I'm your assignment. You know, that don't fit well. I don't like that. That is just a term of some people can interpret as, oh, you think you better than me. Oh, now you God. Oh, now you the righteous. Oh, now you this. Okay, now let me pick you apart. Because, okay, prophet. Let me pick you apart. And it causes the spirit that's within us, right, to attack the spirit that's within them because it never has anything to do with us. So it's just that I feel like using the right words, and I always talk about that, use the right words when you're dealing with people. It goes a whole lot better. So if I came to you and said, just did my job, I don't have to introduce myself as, hey, I'm the captain of this mission. You're assigned to me. If I just introduce myself, hey, I'm Coach Nye. Because God is going to send me. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I said? It didn't say that I go up to you and tell you, hey, this is what it's going to. No. God is going to send me the person that I need to help. Okay? I'm not saying that person is going to come and just be dropped down the chimney like Santa Claus. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is God is going to send me the person I need to help. It does not mean that, you know what, when that saying says, don't let your brother fail and, pick your brother up, this, that, and the third. Yes, he will send that brother that needs to be picked up. When you start crossing that line and go to somebody else and tell them, well, God didn't say that. That ain't right. And this, that, and the third. When you took and felt like, hey, you know what, let me put my hat on. Let me put my hat on, get my glasses, get my keys, get my keys in my pocketbook. I'm on my way out the door. I'm on my way out the door because they saying something that I know ain't of God, and I'm about to take my tail on over there, and I'm about to put it down. And in your head, it plays out well, but when you get there, you're destroyed, and you all of a sudden, you get attacked, and you just like, why is this guy? Well, because God's saying, I didn't send you over there. He's going to send you the people that you need to help. And the moment that you decided to get in your car to go to somebody else and dip in their business to tell them what God told you and God said this is the thing. God will send you the person that need to hear that message. I don't want to hear about it. The moment that you got in your car to go dip in somebody else's business, the person that God sent to you for you to deliver that message for just rung your doorbell and you not there. You failed your mission. You are accounted for every sin that this person is about to go commit, because God gave you what you needed to say and do to help that person out. Now you're accountable for that, and you're accountable for meddling in their business. You're accountable. Matter of fact, you're fraudulent. Get on out the way. Mind your business. God will send you the people that you need to help. Listen, God, you don't have to have a title. I don't know why I'm getting into this, but you don't have to have a title. Let me explain something to you. Do you know that you can be a prophet? God can use you as a prophet. God can use anybody as a prophet. He used the donkey. He can use anybody to say what need to be said, to prophesy the words that he need to be, the thing that he need to be prophesied. He can use anybody. So just because, I'm sorry, I'm spitting, got excited. But just because you have this title, I don't know. Maybe God gave it to you. Maybe the pastor gave it to you. Maybe you woke up out your sleep with it. I don't know. But does not mean that just because you have this title mean that you're greater than that person. That regular Joe that don't go to church. That get his spiritual. See, this is the thing with religion and spiritual folks. Religion don't like spiritual folks because of the fact they feel like they on man-made stuff. And spiritual folks look at religion folks like, y'all really on man-made stuff, because religion is man-made. Religion is man-made. Religion is based off values and morals of the time of that group, right? And that's what they considered. So you have Christianity, which was not created until around Paul time, because they needed to justify what is this, the people that believe in Jesus, so we'll call them this. Jesus never said that. Jesus never said you got to be a Christian. Christianity, never. So these are all man-made things. So spiritual folks, spirituality, what they look at is period, the what it is. They get their downloads and they do as they're told to do. They don't sit around and boast about it. They don't sit around and say, look at me. They don't sit around and point the finger. They don't sit around and open up their Bible and say, God said, God said. They just get out and they do. They do it untraditional way from what religion folks do. What religion folks do is they're quick to cast judgment. They're quick to call you out. They're quick to tear you down. They're quick to call out everything. Didn't I tell y'all that? Whenever, we talked about this early, whenever you show up to a place or whatever happens and the first thing they do is call out everything that's wrong, disconnect. Disconnect. Because you, as my brother or sister, I'm going to help guide you. We're going to have a conversation. Right. Jesus didn't even like temples, but that's a whole nother topic. But we're going to have a conversation. If I see you doing something right, you, my sister, or my brother, right? I'm supposed to police you up. We are equally yoked. It does not mean that we have the same beliefs or we have the same thing. What it means, equally yoked, means is that you're operating in your purpose. I'm operating in my purpose, and we out here doing our job. I'm not here to judge you on your job unless God send you to me. And when he send you to me, he's going to send you to me for me to trigger whatever it is in you that you are confused about. And I can answer that question. If you choose not to listen, that's on you. Period. That's the difference. So what I need you guys to understand, I'm fist to wrap it up because I got other stuff to do. I got to get ready for my workout. I got a couple of more things to do. So with all that, wraps it back in to healing of the manifestation. How do you manifest? You manifest by checking your emotions, by grounding yourself and clearing yourself. And once you ground yourself, you focus. You cleanse your area. That does not mean, okay, now I've meditated, right? We talked about that. You meditated, you get in your mindset, and you just like, clear your mind, but then you wake up and your surrounding is piss poor, meaning that your house ain't clean. The people around you are bad juju. You know, you still got everything that is a vice sitting in front of you. A text. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, and you got all these things going on, right? And then you're sitting okay, you got all these things going on around you, and then yet you're steady trying to manifest the things that you want, because energetic. Well, how did you get from the attacks to coaching? Attacks as in energetic. People trying to attach themselves to you. Okay, people trying to attach you. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me close this part up. So, you cannot manifest from a place that you have to have your whole area, everything about you cleansed. Meaning that mind, what do you think? What do you process? You think negative, undesirable, you process undesirable. You think desirable, you process desirable. You have desirable things in your home that will help you live a healthier lifestyle or a better lifestyle, then you do that. I have a problem. I still be cussing. Like, I mean, and I can't say it's the military as this is just, but hey, but you got to cleanse your area. Do you understand? So there's something that I'm still working on. It's just I got my favorite words, the F-bomb. Just one of my favorite words. It's one of my favorite words. So anyway, cleanse that. You have to disconnect from the people that is disconnect from the people that that always are trying to see the undesirable things in your life, never see you grow. You have to disconnect from everything. And how do you do that? You cleanse your area. You make it a peaceful place. As I always tell you guys, you have to create a peaceful environment. You have to create beauty, whatever your beauty is. If your beauty is black walls, then hey, that's your beauty. It's not anyone else's job to tell you that that's wrong. You have to create what makes beauty for you, what allows your creative side to come out, what allows your true, authentic self to show up. If it's cartoons, let it on. Turn the cartoons on. Let it out. Because that's allowing your true, authentic self to come out. Do you understand? So when you do that, then you create what you desire. You have to clean it up, though. Let me make sure. I want to get back to how did attacks, people trying to attach themselves to you. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Okay. When people are trying to attach themselves to me, so that's going to happen. It's either going to happen when you're unhealed, and it's definitely going to happen when you healed. And that's what I talk about. I got my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. In my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love, is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart website. What I talk about is how people attach themselves and how to create boundaries from a healed place. Because a lot of us thank you for the follow, likes, and the shares, you guys. Thank you for the gifts. A lot of us come from a broken place, right? And we only know how to give that love. So what happens is we have to create that boundary, because you have your vampire energy suckers, as I call them, right? They come through and they attach themselves to you to take everything from you. And I always use as an example, that song, Everything Attached to Me Wins. And, we sing that song. You got to remember, what you say becomes your reality. We sing this song thinking that, oh yeah, you're right, everything win. I want everything that's attached to me to win. I want this and I want that. But when you really look at the words and really look at what it does, right? And I'm not knocking the song because it was one of my favorite songs, but I changed the way I hear things. Listen, I listen for, desirable, undesirable now. So, and I understand that a lot of things is all about words, matching the right words. So everything attached to me wins. So what happens with that is, yes, everything in my life, it attached to me, right? And it was winning. Every encounter that I've ran into with a person, I met someone, they won, they were doing good, they were thriving, but I was not. They were sucking the energy out of me, and I was giving it to them. I was giving them my all when I had nothing. Everything attached to me was winning except for me. So when I really looked at that in my healing process, I realized that no, No more. And I had to cut that. So what I did now is no, whatever I attach to will win, because now I understand what my limits are. I understand my energy limits. I understand the boundaries of how much I'm going to give to a person. And I talk about that in the book, and it basically speaks on being the energy power bank, meaning that I am, where y'all from? I'm from Mississippi Power. You know, you can be from what is it, Memphis Power. You can be from Atlanta Power, Georgia Power. You can be from anywhere, but you be your power bank of whatever state you in. That means that everybody, people can plug into you because you are the light. When you show up, you bring the light, you bring the joy, you bring the peace, you bring the happiness, you bring it all. However, with the electric company, if you don't pay your bill, what happens? If you use too much power, what happens? See, that's where you have to be in your life. When people come and trauma dump, when people, them same people that call you every day about the same man, the same woman, they coming and calling. No, no, not today. Girl, you got 5 minutes. Matter of fact, we had 2. The whole, hey, how you doing? How's the kids and all that? And for me, for my reader, you're already at 3 minutes. For me, that's it. No more, because of the fact, if I allow you to take my energy should never run low. I am the power company. So why am I drained every time I talk to you? Or when I get around certain people, why am I drained? Negative. I'm never supposed to be drained. God is using me as a vessel. I am the light. I am the provider for you. He will bring the people that I need to help. And I had to learn how to stop over helping, because I came from a place of love. I came from a place of brokenness, but I always wanted to pour into people and love them like the way I wanted to be loved. So what happened was, when they come to me like, hey, I just need, how do you make brown sugar? Oh, okay. 2 steps to make brown sugar. I'm just making this up. Guess what I done gave them? And you know what else you can make? This. Girl, I need some help. I got to pay my phone bill. It's $50. Okay. Well, here, I'm going to go ahead and give you $100 so you can have some money in your pocket extra, because if you're asking for money, that means you ain't got no money. And then I'm looking for God to bless me. Well, what are you going to bless me for? He sent that person to me for that. He didn't tell me to do anything extra. That was a me thing. See, I had to learn to mind my business. Stop over giving. I needed to do exactly what he needed me to do. And now, guess what? Now the people that I cut off, now they done come back. They come back and they like, hey, I need you to help me with my power bill. Well, if I'm not tapped in with God and having conversations with God and understanding and healing, then guess what I'm going to do? Dang, you always get to have fun with your money, but then I don't get to have fun with my money because I'm always paying your bills. Does that make any sense? No. So what God do? He healed me. So now when they come to me, man, I ain't got. I'm not going to lie and say I ain't got. Oh, well, yeah, man. I ain't doing none of that. No. Can you think you can let me? No. I mean, I can, but I'm not. Guess what I am? An asshole. Guess what I am? A bitch. Guess what I am? You think you better than. I'm all these things now. But see, before, when you were having fun with your money and I was giving you all my money to help you pay your bills and do all these different things, I was all that like, yeah, I know my friend, I know my sister, I know my brother, I know my cousin, I know who can help me. I know I'm about to call him right now. You didn't think about that person. Like me, I've never been on a vacation. I've always worked. You know why I never been on a vacation? Because I was too busy helping other people figure their lives out, their finances out, while they had fun with their money going on vacations. But now I'm in a season of no. I don't feel bad for saying no. I don't feel bad for thinking like, oh, well, what if? I ain't no what if. No. Oh, well, don't talk to me again. I don't care. Let me tell you something. I am so good at being, I don't like to use the word isolated. I tell you guys, it's words. You have to remember words. The enemy will have us using words to keep us in a prison in our mind. So isolation. People say, oh, God got me in the isolation season. I'm isolated right now. No. When you think of isolation, what do you think of? When they say isolation, immediately it gives you a feeling. From the world, you by yourself, secluded. No one else. And that's not what it is at all. Now, you are disconnected. God will put you in a season where you disconnect from the people in the world, this material world, the things that's going on, but you're still present. You know what's going on, but you're disconnected from it emotionally. Yeah. So using the right words. So yeah, say no. Listen, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's my mama, my daddy. I don't care. If you've been using me all my life, no. I'm not going to feel bad for, oh, I ain't got nobody to babysit my kids. And you know, you ain't got no kids. And no. Hey, Picasso, thank you. No. Because God created you and that person on purpose for a purpose. So, if I was created on purpose for a purpose, but you decide what my purpose is going to be, then that's a problem. Because you had kids, I should be watching your kids. I should be helping you with your kids. That is your purpose. On purpose. My purpose, I was brought here on purpose, for a purpose. It has nothing to do with you. And a lot of family, that's where the generational curse needs to be broken. A lot of family think that, oh, well, we family, you supposed to. You supposed to help your sister out if she's going through it. Your brother out if they're going through it. You supposed to do this for your mom and let her talk crazy to you and you still take care of her. You supposed to continue to run to your father even though he never did anything for you ever in life because he's your father, because this is your blood. You supposed to forgive your family if they mistreat you because that is a generational curse that has to be broken. The only thing that you're supposed to do in this, because you were created on purpose for a purpose, that is what you're supposed to do. Guess what? You were born into that family to get into where God needs you to be, to get into position of where he needed you to be, not to be any bullied on or be anybody's pet or pulled, talked about and ran through mud. And that's not what God brought. You think God created you to be with this family so that they can beat you down all your life? He just needed that woman to be a vessel to get you here. Because women, we bring life into this world. We can't pick and choose who we go through. But doggone it, hold on, baby. Because you have a purpose. And in that purpose, you're going to be able to get to it. And in this moment, it may feel real hard. It may be going through it right now, real hard. It may be real tough because you love this family member, this person, or this thing, or this place. You love it so much. You want to give it your all. This is what you breathe. This is what it is. But that is not your purpose. You have to let go in order to be as successful. You are not supposed to be around here working hard, getting your back broke, trying to get this, working 3 to 4 different jobs, trying to provide for this person, to provide for that person, get your head over, do this just to maintain, to be broke again. That is not your job. I need you to step back and understand that it's not your purpose. Step into your purpose and get out of their purpose. When you get out of their purpose and step into your purpose, then you'll have your Tyler Perry moment when he used to go over and over, spend his last dollar to create a play, to create this, sleeping in his car, sleeping in this, until he finally had the aha moment and said, you know what? I keep running into these walls, because this is what he said. He keep running into these walls until one day he realized that, hey, this wall pretty much ain't his enemy. This wall was built so he can turn left. He wasn't supposed to go that way. So when he stopped going outside of his purpose, trying to go forward and start going to the left, and when that wall came, it was his maze. It was the way God was guiding him. It was on purpose for his purpose. Then guess what happened? This man is a billionaire on his own. God removed people out your life. Don't sit around crying. I did it a lot. I cry because I don't have nobody to help me. I'm here by myself. I feel alone. I feel sad. Well, that's how he wanted, because if I lean on anybody else, I'm not going to get anywhere. But once I lean on him, then I get everything that I want. I can manifest the things that I want, because I'm going to manifest from a peaceful state of mind, a joyful state of mind. Do you understand? So get in your purpose, because you were created on purpose. Now get in your purpose. Leave them folks alone. Get your tail out their house. Don't go bothering playing with them. Get in your purpose. Their purpose is to be in chaos and mess. They're low vibrational. You're not there anymore. I'm high vibrational. Why in the hell would I go somewhere where it's low vibration and say, hey, you want to hang out? Man, you. I ain't doing that. Nah, I ain't doing that. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the follow. No, get in your purpose. Start operating. Making moves. Guess what? If you allow people in your purpose, guess what they gonna say? Oh, you can't do that. That ain't even gonna work. You ain't gonna make no money. You ain't gonna, man, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna fail. And you're going to start manifesting from an undesirable mindset. We're not saying negative anymore. It's undesirable mindset. And you're gonna sit there with all that thinking every time like, God, I want to write this book. But then what's playing in your mind is, because what you processed is, you ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna work. Girl, that book ain't gonna sell. That ain't gonna do nothing. You just wasting your time. Don't do that. No. You have to leave that low vibration where low vibration is. We're not calling it trash. We're not calling it nastiness. We're not calling it toxic. We're not calling it anything. We're just saying undesirable. Let me explain to you why I say undesirable, and then maybe you can understand this. When you say undesirable, right? When you say undesirable, that means that you don't want it. You don't give it a second thought. So let's put it in perspective of food, because we all like food. I like chocolate ice cream. You bring me some strawberry ice cream if you want to. Guess what? It's going to sit in the freezer. When I'm looking in the freezer for chicken and everything else is getting tossed around, I'm not touching it. I'm never going to touch it. It's going to be there. It's going to have freezer burn. It's going to be there forever. I don't like strawberry ice cream. It's undesirable. I don't desire it. Now, if I desired it, like chocolate ice cream, it's not going to be there that long. I desire it. I want it. I'm going to crave it. I'm going to be satisfied. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to do the happy dance. I'm going to smile. I'm going to talk about it to somebody. Girl, I had me some chocolate ice cream today. Oh, I felt so good. I'm going to think about it. When I go to sleep, oh, that chocolate ice cream is so good, because it was desirable. So when you start looking at things as undesirable and desirable, you don't give it a thought. Now let's talk about negative and positive. When I say something is negative, even just saying that word, I want you to say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say negative. No, don't say it negative. I want you to say negative. When you say negative, you get a feeling. It don't have to be a deep feeling, but you feel a way, because you already registered in your mind with your emotions and your feelings and everything that negative means something bad. Negative means that, it's no good. It's bad. It's horrible. I don't like it. Now, say undesirable. There's no feelings to it at all. It's just undesirable. You don't give it a reaction because it's undesirable. You're not going to think about something. So that's what I want you to start doing. I want you to stop saying toxic, negative, nastiness. Just undesirable. It's just undesirable. I'm not going to entertain something that's undesirable. I'm not even going to give it a second thought. I'm not going to say, you think I'm just argue with you and you're undesirable? You think I'm about to cry and go to bed and you're undesirable? Child, please. You better go find you somebody to play with. You think I'm just to sit around here and just think all day of, no, put that woman in undesirable. Because you have to follow the love. You follow what loves you. If it don't love you, cut it off. It does not mean that you hate that person. It does not mean that they're just undesirable. Right now in your season of desirable, this is where you're manifesting from. Do you understand? When you clear that out, when you're manifesting from desirable, you create great things. You create and receive the things that you want. The bag chases you. The abundance finds you. Do you understand? You don't work hard. But if I'm trying to create from a desirable place, but I have undesirable things still lingering, what am I going to bring in? Confusion. Well, confusion has entered the chat. Now you over here confused, looking crazy, don't know which way to go. That's how confusion comes in. Because you're trying to manifest from a desirable place, but you're bringing in undesirable. Now what you got is all equal to you have what? Confusion. Now you got to figure out how I'm going to deal with this confusion. And now how do I even want this? God, I mean, God, you ain't got to give me $1 million like right off the bat, but just let me help me pay my house off. Or no. Okay, God. Okay. If you do this, then I'll stop talking to this person. You see what I'm saying? Then you start going back and forth about how you're going to quit pro quo God and like, okay, look, God, okay, this is what we're about to do. I'm going to give you an offer that you can't resist. Give me a Bentley and I won't ask you for nothing else. And nothing happens but a bunch of confusion in your life. Now, here's the confusion. You get great things. Get these job offers. Which one do I take? Because you don't hear God no more. Because you done brought confusion in. Now you got, should I go or shouldn't I go? Is this a part of my purpose or not a part of my purpose? What do I need to do? Should I do? Confusion. No. You always manifest from a desirable state of mindset. Desirable place. Your environment has to be desirable. There can't be a single thought of negativity or something could go wrong or undesired. Nothing, not even a little bit. When you're in your manifestation stage, when you're at that point that you're about to manifest great things in your life, you have to be clear-minded. If you guys haven't followed, go ahead and follow, like, and share. If y'all haven't got your book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love, it is on Amazon. Get your copy. Always positive, but always desirable is what we're going through. Always desirable. We want to change the way we speak, change the way we think, change the way we process, because a lot of things in life, words mean something. Those words manifest something. Okay? So listen, I really appreciate you guys coming on, but I got some other things to do. I really appreciate y'all. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I like to come on. If I don't have a message, I don't like to come on. Exactly. Words are spells, so be mindful. Think before you speak. Yes, thank you. And I hope I answered your questions about attachments. I think I did. Hey, pretty. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all have not, their first session with me is free of life coaching. Thank you for the likes, shares, the follows, and the comments and the gifts. If y'all have not booked your life coaching session, the first session is free. It is under consultation. You have to book under the consultation. And then book your meditation. If y'all haven't got your book, it is on Barnes & Noble's, Walmart, and Amazon website, okay? Get your book. This is more of a journal. But I do talk about how to pour into yourself in this process. If you are going through your dark night of the soul, your awakening, and you're being called to your higher conscience, guess what? That's what I help with. So go to the website, go to my link, let me know what it is that you need. And if I can't help you, I'm going to refer you to someone that can. Also, if you can't get on the calendar there, then go ahead and DM me. I really appreciate it, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. If no one told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you and I'm super proud of you. Remember to pour into your cup before you pour into others. That is your cup, okay? That cup God is going to pour into, that is your cup, right? Remember to pour in. When I say pour into your cup, pour into you first before you help others. That is that cup that God is going to give you. That is for you. That is for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not for you to go share. It's not for them. It's for you. Now, the overflow is what you can share with people, but be very mindful. I want you to be very mindful that overflow don't just go to anybody. That overflow goes to the person that God is going to send your way. So remember to maintain your post. Don't go getting in somebody else's business. Because that overflow, God is using us now as a storehouse to help his people, because we ain't going to go there. So in this season, God is asking you to step into your purpose and operate in your purpose. Stop worrying about when your man going to come. Stop worrying about when your wife going to come. Stop worrying about any of those things. Just be grateful that God is working on you and allowing you to operate in your purpose, because that person that's for you, they're in their purpose. And when he bring you together, just like I say with Ruth, she was operating in her purpose. She was being a provider. She was out there just doing her job, getting wheat, whatever it was that she was getting. She was minding her business. And the whole time, Boaz was doing his job. He was operating in his purpose as the man that he's supposed to be. And they ended up coming together, okay? It wasn't until that she stepped all the way into her purpose. Her husband passed away and she realized that she is a provider. If her husband was still alive, she would have never got Boaz, and she'd have never stepped into her purpose as a provider. When her husband passed away, she went with her mother-in-law, and guess what? Started providing for her mother-in-law. She don't have any sons to take care of her. She became the provider, period. So when you're operating in your purpose, God will bring your other half. He will bring your helpmeet, if you want to take it all the way back to Greek. But your Ezra Connect dude, this is what they talk about as your helpmate. God will bring that person for you. So don't get caught up on the when, why, and where. Just stay focused on and be proud of yourself of the right now. Don't miss any moment of this new you. So if you're going through that, then you guys reach out to me, and I'm going to help you along your awakening journey, because it's a journey, baby. I love you guys. I think I said everything that needs to be said. You guys also, I think I said everything. I think I did my closeout. It take me forever to do a closeout. I love you guys. Coach Nye out. Coach Nye.